Hello, hello. The weirdest bug with Twitch is saying that my bitrate is unstable, but I check it and it says it's like right at 6,000, which is what it should be. So I don't know what's going on there. But we got a lot to do today. I was up late last night doing some debugging on what was going on with our upgrades and why they weren't like working correctly. And it turns out I'm just dumb. So to put it like bluntly, I'm initiating this spell library where we get all of our, or where we store all of our spells, and it has a size of 30, right? This doesn't mean that there's an index of 30. It means that it's the size. So there's 20, it goes from like 0 to 29. At the bottom here, instead of doing it like this, where I was like telling it which index it should be, I was doing this. Here's the problem. When you're doing add and you initialize an array like this, right? Those spots are taken. So this was adding it to on like top of this basically. So this would have been like index like 30. And then two more 31, 32. The reason why this is a problem is because the way we were pulling our spells to use them, we were looking for the spell's input ID, and this was assigned at player's spawn based on the index. That's not player spawn. Based on the index of the array. So what this was doing was, this was taking in our spell library, going over every single spell in it. When we were doing the add, it was going over essentially like 33 spells, and it was assigning the wrong input to the last 3 of them. So these were being assigned 27, 28, 29, but in reality, these were actually at 30, 31, 32. So when our actual like ability itself was trying to pull the data for the spell, it was pulling it at the wrong spot in the array. But we got all that corrected, so it's all working just fine. I also have the joy of hearing construction going on in the background as I work today. So that's always fun. Let's see what we got. Just looking at the notes here to see where we can actually start with this. There's a couple routes that we can take here on what we can accomplish today. And I had like I had a thought last night about combat in this game. Most games have something called like a handshake rule when it comes to setting up like how their game works in terms of like balance. Hopefully you guys can't hear the saw going off. It looks like it is picking it up lately. All right. It's probably a little bit bigger than what it needs to be. Man, all the noise from the construction is making it really hard to think right now. It's like physically vibrating my whole apartment. So let's see here. Actually, not creation, ability, design. The reactor must have a reaction that the player can Every action must have a reaction that the player can... Programmable. These are kind of like, I guess, golden rules. There's a list here that I was writing, but unfortunately I lost it. Abilities must not be spammable. Global cooldowns mean cooldowns. Oh yeah. I want these double spaced. Probably not. Abilities must be identifiable. They must have counterplay. I guess a good way to say this is I'm gonna put an apostrophe that allows players to creating enjoyable combat that allows players to... Oh man, what was the wording I used last time? If only you guys could hear what I was hearing in the background right now. Just like, oh my god, concrete saws and hammers. Just like crazy. It's so hard to think. Uh, there was something else that I had on this list here. I can't remember exactly what I put last time before I lost this note. But I know these are pretty much the most important ones. Counterplay is most important. Understanding what abilities your opponents are using is super important. Spammable abilities also not great. Yeah, I can't think of anything else right now. Or I can't think of what was put before. Alright. Oh yeah, I think that's what I was doing, or one thing that I was thinking about doing. might move all of these up to the actual widget itself to minimize the amount of data that we're storing on these. This is going to be a U sound base. Let's see. I'll have this be like upgrade sound. Do we need a different sound for not being able to upgrade? Probably not. We're not messing with the image here. I think for style, actually, where is sound stored on blueprints or on buttons? We just need to access that and change the sound of these. It's in style, okay. Press sound and hovered sound. We need to change that on the other widget as well. I have slate sound. What is that? It is a U bass sound. Alright, well, we'll just change these to F slate sounds then, if that's what this wants. Oh. Interesting. It can't take a pointer to it. We can take meta sounds and everything. The hovered sound. I don't know if we actually changed that right now. Yeah, so this upgrade failed sound is actually going to get moved somewhere else. Both of these should probably get put up to the main widget, and we'll just grab it from there and bring it down. So right here. And if that's the case, we'll also pass in we're also going to pass in a pointer. Oh, not to this function. Shit. To this one. So for declared it here. Yeah, so we're definitely keeping a couple different pointers on this, but we may change that in the future. I don't think it's that big of a deal because it's not like a lot of data, and we need to access some of these. I might make like a separate controller for these that provides this information and automatically updates it as well. Do we need to create a pointer on our branches? Probably not, right? Probably just pass this right into the nodes themselves. I guess it's the same thing. Okay. So I think when these are first initialized, we actually have to look to see if they're upgradable or not. I'll move these out of here. We don't need to change anything on this. I think this can actually be const. This is non-const. Okay. All right. No problem. So checking each individual one, what I can do is just take this right here. Check and update next row after retracting. Yeah, after retracting points. Sorry, 1 second. Um, Okay. So when we initialize all of these nodes, yeah, so we should probably set actually, we won't set it here. That's a bad design. I'm just kind of future pacing this right now, because this is always going to be 1, but we just want to make sure that if the current row is 0, that the nodes that are initialized aren't upgradable unless like we have a certain amount of points spent. So current row does not equal 0, and I actually could probably do something like this. Hey, how's it going, man? I also saw that video you sent me, and thank God I did not watch that on stream. And I think you know why. Ability skill points spent. If this is less than the required amount, then this node can't be upgraded. Yeah, sounds about right. And then here, man's locked in more than my room tour. Must be pretty locked in then. Check and update next row after retracting points. I actually think this is going to be the same function. How is the vid you sent? I've seen it before, I'll say that, and I know what that video is. And thank God I did not watch it on stream. I don't know about that. That might be I mean, that's an opinion to have, but I don't know if it's my favorite song. Yeah, so right now we're kind of just going through and touching some stuff up right now. Knocking out all the to-dos. It reminds you of the colonial eras. Why is that? Nearly done with this ability system. My God, it's been driving me nuts. Then we're going to get into class balancing and doing some redesign on how combat works. This all looks pretty good. It's kind of ugly, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Do I want to hear a joke? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, alright, we're good. Let's close out of this and recompile it real quick. So the whole goal with this ability skill tree was to have it so I can just create passives, and then it basically will dynamically create the skill tree based on the passive list that I provide for it. So I'd never have to go in and like reconfigure any of this stuff. I can just like give it the list of passives, and it just generates it. Can you say it? Well, yeah, if you're referring to typing it, yeah, go ahead. As long as it's not anything like terrible. Now, if YouTube chat blocks the message, then it probably is pretty bad. An Irishman went to the bar. Oh gosh. Well, here we go. What's this going to turn into? Actually, very important that I remember to do this part. I did set some properties inside the main widget. Not that one. This one. So activated color, it's going to be white. Deactivated color, it's going to be like 0.8 alpha and like a dark gray. Upgrade sounds. Hopefully these aren't too loud. I'm actually going to check the audio. Okay, that's not too bad. That one was pretty wholesome. I guess not wholesome, but it was tame. Let's just say that. Do you like... Oh, do I like my country? Is that what you're asking? It's the only country I've known, or lived in, is what I should say. So... I don't really have like a gauge on like how well other countries are doing besides like the news, which can be misleading at times. But yeah, I guess I like it. It's all fine and dandy. Why are these a different color? I just realized that I made it so... I want this to check the following row. Wait. Really skill points spent. Country. Oh, hold on a second. It's that hot you feel like you're being baked like a pizza. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I can't say it's too hot here. It's actually rather cold. I don't know why I did it like this, because that makes no goddamn sense. Yeah, we shouldn't go by that. We should go by this. On whether it can be upgraded or not. (40°C). Alright, well, I'm gonna use my American brain. 104 Fahrenheit? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's hot. Oh, dude. The construction outside finally stopped. Holy fuck. It's a goddamn miracle. Alright. No, it's still making the bad noise. We don't want that. Why is it making the bad sound? This is 0. Yeah. Current row should be 0 as well. 0 times 3 should be 0. Oh, yeah, wait, no, that just... Okay, yep. It just hit me. That's why it's doing that. Anyways. (45°C in the average summer? Holy shit. What the... Oh. Upgrade it fully. One of the drawbacks of saving stuff to the game instance. When you modify data tables, it will save the data. U ability skill tree widget is not allowed. That's not cool. Now it should be allowed. And for some reason this is when the tourism peaks. Dude, I don't know why anybody would go out there if it's that hot. I can barely stand it when it's in the 90s where I live. 45°C is like probably like 115 Fahrenheit. That's terrible. Motherfucker. Wait. I think somebody just got home. When tourism peaks, every 100 people seen, only 2 are locals. Wow, that's a lot of tourism. Jesus. 2 out of every 100. Oh, yeah. It's going to be 0 until this is added at the bottom here. So does that mean we set this afterwards? No, that wouldn't make sense. Well, row 0 will always be upgradable unless it's maxed out. So we can just put an ore check in here. Not an ore, an end check. Oh gosh. I'm off the ball today. Yeah, that's so much tourism. So if the skill points spent is less than the required amount for the row, and it is not row 0, now inside can be upgraded. The thing that's like holding me back from just like calling it here is if this node represents something that already has its passive rank completely maxed out, then that's a problem. So I guess we can put a check in here for it. I'll just leave it like that for now. So as long as it's not upgraded fully, let me do that. You'd rather be Turkish than be in such a burning tourism oven. My god. I mean, when you put it that way. Yeah, that sounds pretty rough. All right. Nice. I don't hear any sound. Dubai is overrated, to be honest. Yeah, I've heard that from other people too. You are not the first person to tell me that. I did not hear any menu sounds. Why is that? This is the default like picture that it has for the Unreal Editor when it starts up. I think I can change it to something else, but I don't know. Never really needed to. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. That is a no from me. Yeah, the strangest thing, it is not picking up the sound that we set when it is clicked. Please? Nah, Bacon's not going to do it this time. That is a hard no. Hey, if you like it, you know, that's good. I'm not saying I hate it, but I'm not saying it's something that I'd want to see every time that I start up the engine. need the overall. Yeah, that should be it. The upgrade failed sound is playing, I believe. It's just weird that that one sound is not working, but the other one is. Very strange. Did I see what? Oh, if you're asking if I saw anything on Discord, no, I don't have it open right now. I can't. Discord, whenever I open up Discord and I'm on stream, it causes OBS to freak out. I did it yesterday and my OBS just started going crazy. So I'll have to check it out after I end stream. Make it freak out. That is not what I wanted to do. I want it to be the opposite of that. Oh, god damn it. I think I know why this is doing this. It just hit me. I'm like super off the ball today. Yeah, I have to set the true. What am I doing? Christ. Oh, God. So, like, there's this, and actually, I just thought of this. There's, like, another thing that's, like, really bothering me. Get this shit out of here. Get that the fuck out of here. Where is it? Nope, not that either. Nope. Here. So getting the current row plus 1. So this is getting the next row. Oh, yep, okay. I see. That it's actually an interconnected problem with what I just fixed. Check it before you make me freak out. Oh, you don't have to make me freak out. I'm already freaking out from the from this ability system. I'm sick of dealing with nodes and shit. I just want this to work finally. I mean, it works, but then watch it. Nah, I can't do it now. I can't open Discord. Also, like, this is like so... It's driving me nuts. Yeah, like, why did I put this here? Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. So this requires 3 per row. Excuse me. Oh man. This is killing me. Amount of points spent. Oh no, not the yawns. Dude, it's been a day. I don't know what it is, man. Like, I have construction, like, outside, like, my window and everything, so maybe that's part of it. But, like, I'm totally off the ball. Like, I spent, like, 15 minutes debugging a problem where what I did was I set a fucking boolean in here to true on accident. And then I was like, why is this, like, not, like, working? And then I realized, like, it wasn't supposed to be true, it was supposed to be false. And I don't know why I set it to true in the first place. So I've just been, like, driving myself crazy. But also nice to see you again. Fall back into the rocker. Dude, I'll pass out, probably. Maybe I'm hungry or something. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is we gotta get this shit done. What is me bringing you the ball? What are you even talking about, bro? Am I big on caffeine? Occasionally I'll drink coffee, but not too huge on it. Like, I have like this, like caffeine pills is usually what I'll take because there's no calories in these, and coffee has, like, well, at least the kind that I used to drink has like 200 or so. It's pretty damn bad. Well, it tasted delicious, but it was really bad for you. Okay. Spent, required. When we click once here, it says required for the next row is 4. Huh? Seemed like Starbucks 30 grams of sugar. No, I would go to Dunkin' Donuts. I don't have the money for Starbucks. That shit is hella expensive. Now this is the problem right here. Why the fuck is that for? Oh my god, I think I know why. Again, I'm off the ball. He was doing 1 times first, because that's how math works. I didn't separate this. Shit. There was another spot I did that. No, never mind, there was not. Okay. Now, this should be working as intended. But enough about me. How's your day going? Oh, I'm off the ball? Yeah, I'm off the ball. If you could bring the ball back for me, that'd be great. See, I'm like really off the ball because if I was on the ball, I would have totally got what you were saying right there. I like fixed so many bugs last night and it felt like so good just going in and like playing the game without like any like crazy ass like crashes or errors. Especially because we just did like a massive renovation to the spell system. Thank you, I appreciate the ball. I'll try and get back on it, but no guarantees. I think I need food sometime soon. But that's after I get this done. Just like that. It works. Aesthetically, not very pleasing. Don't care about that though. Don't be on the ball, stick to sugar. Yeah, I see what you're saying, the 8-ball. I'm working through some C++ exercises at work. Hey, right on, man. What exercises are they? Like, what are they having you do? Probably like stuff with arrays and or vectors and shit like that, I would assume. Yep, it applied all of the goods to our abilities. Sweet. Honestly, just gotta clean up the look of them. Arrays, pointers, if statements, loops, some basic stuff. Dude, pointers are fucking amazing, especially when you completely understand how to use them. It saves a lot of data, and you're able to manipulate data really easily. One of these I'm getting rid of. I think it's that one. It was that one. And this guy goes behind here. And then we make this not hit testable with everything, including children. So all the text actually remains in the front. I'm also going to redesign the look of the branches. What, I think you said you were using, what was it, W3 School or something like that for C++. Is that right? Hmm. When this is clicked, it should actually trigger this to go again, and it is not. No kidding, I had to go out of my way because it wasn't clicking at first. It turns out I was reading it too in depth, actually pretty understanding now. I learned references first and thought that it had to be used with pointers, but then I learned the difference and doesn't need to be used with pointers. What I was using was teaching at the same time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Pointers, I mean, so references and pointers do the same thing, and an easy way to kind of understand it is they both point to addresses in memory. So if we go to pointers, right? Let's say here we're just going to make a pointer to like an object, right? We're just going to name it object pointer equals other object. Sure. God damn it. We'll do a reference here, right? Pointer is like its own, like it's a variable, right? So like it takes up space. A pointer takes up 8 bytes of space. My spare time I dig deep on questions I jot down while I study to elaborate more on later. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I took like hundreds of pages of notes when I was doing this, but there's a very key difference between like how pointers work and how references work, right? So a pointer actually is like a variable, like it takes up space, right? When you create a reference, it does the same thing as like a pointer, except what a reference is it's not something that necessarily like takes up space. It's actually just another name for that object. Both of these things represent an address in memory. I don't know if you learned about like memory addresses, but it's like where variables are stored. So this is literally just like if you took my name, right? God damn it. If you took my name, I'm just gonna call myself, fuck it. I'll just use my name. If you took my name and you just replaced my name with something else, like a name tag, I'm still me. It's just you literally just changed like my name. That's what it is. A pointer is like if you took me, right, and you changed my name. It's not going to be me. It's actually going to be a clone of me because it's its own variable. A reference isn't necessarily a variable itself. It's literally just a mask that you put over the memory address. Whereas a pointer is a variable itself that points to the address that it's going to. I don't know if this makes sense. It was like a really weird and confusing topic when I first learned about it, coming from like JavaScript. But like, oh, have a good night, man. Yeah, and the comment above with the ampersand was meant to be read with the address of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is like... what's a good way? I'm trying to think of a better example. Because I think in my resources, actually, I have... I think I actually have something for it. Because I did a lot of this stuff. Damn it, dude, I have way too many bookmarks for this. It's like hard to describe if you don't understand like how memory addresses work. But yeah, a reference doesn't necessarily take up any additional memory because it's just like a fucking mask that you put over the memory address. It's like you just gave that memory address a different name. It all points to the same place, but a pointer is literally like, it takes up its own space. It's like its own variable, but the whole job of it is just to redirect you, like forwarding an email. It'll redirect to that memory address. But like, when I was learning, I was messing around with changing the address of fruits and pointing to different kinds of fruits. Yeah. And then, you know about, like dereferencing and getting like the address of and stuff. So like, if I wanted to take, maybe out of the way. Say like, we got this object pointer here, right? And I'm going to turn this into like a reference. You can just dereference it like that. Or not dereference, get the address of. No. Oh my god, I'm confusing myself now. Yeah, you can flip-flop them. But the most important thing is pointers take up space, which is why like you can look for null with pointers, but you cannot look for null with references. Because pointers are a variable. Yeah, so like when you do this, you're actually just grabbing the... This is just grabbing the address of this pointer, which then gets redirected to the object. I believe. Fuck, man. Again, I'm pretty off the ball, but I'm pretty certain that's how that works. The null pointer thing? Oh, so, the null pointer thing is basically like, when you get to like a memory address, if there is nothing there, that's how you get like the null pointer. Like the memory address like doesn't occupy like actual space. Like there's nothing stored at that address besides the variable itself. Whereas like this, right? This is literally just a mask of the memory address and nothing else. So if there's like literally nothing at that memory address, then it can't be null. Like this can't happen. This will just crash your compiler or engine or whatever you're running if you try to reference or try to do this, but this doesn't exist. Hopefully I'm explaining this properly. Like this exists, this variable here, pointers exist. They take up some space, like these take up 8 bytes. References take up, I'm pretty sure they take up 0 because it's a mask. Oh no, okay, hold on. No, maybe I am wrong. Why did I always think that references took up like no space? Oh, wait. Some guy said they don't have to, since they're not objects. That's probably why I thought that. Wait, now I'm learning something. Maybe I was taught wrong. But it's good that you're bringing this up. I think that was an exercise that was using null pointers as an alternate way to swap variables. Possibly. You can store null pointers in, or you can store null in pointers, you can't store it here. Yeah, okay, so it looks like references are just optimized away and replaced with the address of. Learning. It takes a long time to truly master C++. I've taken a lot of notes. I always like going on Stack Overflow and like reading people argue about like the very like nitty-gritty things about C++ and like what it actually is doing. Huh. I guess I have to rehash my knowledge on how that works then. Fuck, I did not want to go down the rabbit hole of this. I want to find out why I thought it was the other way around. There's no way. Oh, besides null. This is not. Yeah, it looks like references are 4 bytes. At the bare minimum. Anyways. Yeah, do your thing, man. Excuse me. Yeah, this is what we needed to have called. want to see what the current row is that's being passed into this. Mainly because I need to know why this is not updating when we close and reopen the widget. Because the variables technically should not be resetting. So it's a little bit annoying. A lot of these functions I actually can move to the top. Oh, technically it is the top. I always like keeping the initializer right at the very top. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Not gonna lie, the noise always scares me in the beginning. Alright. It's because the skill points themselves are not actually being saved. They're being saved on the widget, not the game instance. I'm gonna have to move them, but that's okay. Actually, we don't care if this is const, because we're actually going to be changing it. It doesn't necessarily have to be U property, but I might want to make this visible so I can see it. Okay. Very important. Am I setting the game instance before I'm initializing this? Yo, what's good? I'm slowly driving myself into madness, correcting very small but really annoying like problems with the skill trees. How have you been? Interacting and looting. Reworking. Nice. Yeah, you can make some interface functions or classes. I've made a handful of interaction interfaces before. They're pretty fun. I like the way they flow because my brain kind of works the same way. Currently working on determining the best interactable when hovering near multiple interactables. Item drops. Oh, okay. I think I did something with that as well. So in your game, do you have to have like a crosshair over a certain interactable that you want to pick up, or is it like anything within like a vicinity of your player will get picked up when you press the button? Hey Bugs Freak. Yeah, all good. Just going slowly, just a little bit insane. Working on skill trees, but we're progressing. It's a slow and steady process of working out all the bugs and finding better ways to do things. Right, this was, okay, this is what I was going to do. Where is my game instance? There you are. You already figured out how you want to handle it, but basically focused actors on the crosshair, but there's, oh, there are also invisible interaction boxes. Focused actors on the crosshair, but gotcha. When you say like invisible interaction boxes, are you saying like you have like some type of like box around each like item to make it easier to like interact with it, or like put it on your crosshairs. I'll be lurking doing some stuff. Yeah, hey, I appreciate you stopping by. An item drop could be inside a big interaction collision, for example, elevator. Okay, yeah. So trace would generally be blocked by this bigger collision, but player would want to pick up the item drop. Okay, I gotcha. Ooh, so I did a system similar to that, and what I actually ended up doing was making custom collisions. So I made collisions for items and then collisions for interactables. Yeah, the item drops have a mesh collision, bigger. Okay, yeah, nice. I don't know if the way I did it was too great, but I found it much easier to kind of organize having multiple collision types for interactables, because then you could set priority. You could set priority easier that way. But there's a dozen different ways to do it. You want to have big interaction boxes for the item drop, so it's easy to loot. But if you're actually focusing a mesh of the item drop, it should be blocked by. But if you're actually focusing a mesh of the item drop, it shouldn't be blocked by the invisible. Okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, that is that's a tougher problem, because the line trace would have to essentially gather like multiple, like the line trace would have to be overlappable, and it would have to go through pretty much everything until it hits like a stopping point. Yeah, I know, but I know I'm not really saying it just for like you, but like the way my brain works. Yeah, the way my brain works, I just like start thinking of like solutions to things, and I'm not trying to like offend you or anything. I'm just kind of solving it for myself in the moment, and I usually think out loud. So sorry, I didn't mean to, you know, have you take it that way. Also, this ability system's driving me crazy. So I've been on the edge of my seat all day. How's the game going, by the way? You guys been working on it for a while now, haven't you? Oh yeah? Nice. How far into the dev cycle are you? Probably gonna turn this into its own function. So this is where it has to be mutable. Where is my... Oh, your internet died after I asked the question. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a really long message. Or you left, which is totally fine as well. But you're all good. We want to release later this year. Next fest in June is planned. Oh shit. Damn, that's close. I would be totally down to try it out. If you guys ever do like a beta or anything for it. I do love finding bugs in QA testing. I've reported a lot of them through doing the Stormgate playtest. You can request Steam playtest access. Ooh, can you link the game or send the name of it? I'll definitely do that. But I would wait till we implement the new movement. Ah, no. I'm gonna roast you in QA messages. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. This reminds me of, oh, what the hell is that game called? Damn it. It's an Xbox game. Sergeant's Heroes. Yeah. I fucking love Sergeant's Heroes. Growing up, that was the game I played all the time with my brothers. So I'm sold. up to 50 players. This game looks awesome. You could say it's outdated, but this shit looks great. I'm just watching the trailer. Yeah, that shit looks dope. Nice work. How many people do you got on your team? Three to four core people, depending on the definition, and some freelancers. Sweet, man. God damn, for like only a handful of people, that game looks really nice. Good work. Don't forget the wish list on Steam and Epic. Hold on, bro, I got you. I did request playtest. I didn't wish list, but it's my wish list right now. Also, I'm gonna force my friends to probably get this game when it comes out, because we all played Sarge's Heroes. So fuck yeah. Will be free to play like 99%. Can you give me like admin abilities? Just for like one match against my friends. I think it would be really funny. I just need you to develop the admin tools and just have it identify me by my Steam ID. And then just grant me and only me the tools. Oh, I use Epic ID as the primary authenticator. Man, I did so Steam ID wouldn't do much. Damn. Oh fuck, where is it? Is it in my scoreboard widget? Not. Oh, wait, actually, lobby widget? Hold on 1 second here. I do have to show you this part. Where is my thing? Set team name. I just gotta find this function where I put it. Steam name. Oh yeah, here it is. So Maybe this is like a dox of like a Steam account. But I have a friend. I grabbed his Steam ID, and whenever he joins the game, it just changes his name, and only his name, to Italian, because he hates that nickname. So whenever he, yeah, I know the IDs are public, but targeting just this guy. So whenever he joins the lobby with, or anybody joins the lobby with this ID, which is only him, it's just going to auto change his name. It's a very subtle thing. I was going to do something even more sinister, like give his, like him and only him, like reduced movement speed, jump velocity, do less damage, like all this other shit, but I'll just keep it like this. Dude, you can, and it would be so funny. Like whenever you do like server-side validation for like movement speed, or like if someone's like fly hacking or some shit, just like grab their actually I don't know how Epic works, but if they have like an ID system kind of like Steam, just grab their ID and permanently change their shit but allow them to play. A really funny thing to do would just make it so they have permanently inverted controls if you find someone cheating. Let me get out of that function. I do want to see what this is being updated to. The whole point of this system is literally just to make it so I never have to go in here again. All I have to do is just create passive abilities, put the data into a table, and then it just generates it. But I also want the table to be able to update when people close and reopen the game, because all this stuff is going to be in like an SQL database. So when people close and reopen, I want it to repopulate with the correct information. Let me close out of this and reopen this. I think the data table was already populated with data. It sounds weird to say, but our previous sessions data. I'm also going to be ordering food on the side here. For some reason, and this is like really off topic, but Grubhub thinks like that I'm a robot or something, or a bot, and it's having me do this like new type of like CAPTCHA system, and it's really I don't want to say interesting. I think it's like kind of annoying. Like most have like, you solve this puzzle by like dragging like this like obscure piece into like this spot. Or like selecting like the traffic lights, whatever the fuck. But like Grubhub's like robot detection shit is like, okay, I need you to click and hold this button for 15 seconds. And then just like watch this like bar fill up. So it's not something that you can kind of like speed run. You literally just have to sit there and like hold it. And like they know I'm desperate enough to do that because I want to order food. So I'm just gonna sit there like an asshole and just do it. Okay. It is updating the points spent correctly, which is great. Did not mean to close out of it. Coordinating a project with our developers. Coordinating a project with our engineers in India. Bro. I mean, everything is offshore at this point. In India and Asia. It's cheap labor. I've never seen that picture before used on Twitch. What the hell is that? Alright, I'm gonna tell myself that I'm not gonna close out of this because I don't need the instance reset. And I won't do it. Okay. Click clack a couple times. Do not close out of the instance. Fuck me. Didn't update. No, this got reset. Alright, now I gotta sit up. What did I put in wrong? It's like $400 a month that they make. Holy shit. Oh god. Adding another section onto this just hurts my soul. But this should be instance wide. Oh wait, maybe it's just... Maybe it's only affecting data tables that store this. Because data tables are technically an object that gets created when the editor launches. Therefore, they're going to maintain through closing out of the pie. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I didn't think about it until just now. Shit. Alright, well, it's whatever. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. Bring this dude back over. Okay, so we're able to create passives now. I think the only thing I haven't implemented is resetting passives. Now, I could get kind of cute with it and like make it so you can just like take passive points off of like one particular point of the tree and then reapply them somewhere else. Or I could just be lazy and add a reset all button. God damn, that is loud. Yeah, it's 33,072 rupees. Dude, that sounds like a lot. Well, the question is, what can they do with 400 bucks a month? That is a pretty good question. My points remaining isn't getting updated. What the fuck? It's these like little things. Close out of that shit. Where the hell are you at? You can offer me 100,000 yen for a full-time job? Dude, I'll take it. That sounds like a lot of money. Fuck yeah, what are the hours? Alright, that live coding go through? Alright, let's see if this table works. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce either of the cities I'm assuming that you just said. They're in... Yeah, no. I'm gonna save myself the trouble. There we go, look at that. It's updating. Sweet. You love to see it. I thought that living in a big city does cost a little money. Wait, they live like kings on $400 a month? I mean, shit, it is India, so maybe. I have no idea. Now to seamless travel, I just changed seamless travel to be on during the pie being on. I hope that means it works. It did, because I have a lot more casting points here. I also don't know how loud this is to you guys. Hopefully it's not like crazy loud. Dude, that's so many people. It's not piercing yet? Just keep talking louder? Wait, how loud is that? I actually don't know. Like, I have OBS. Like grabbing that part from like the volume mixer and like forcefully lowering it. I just don't know how, like, if it's like crazy loud or not. So my bad if it was. It's not piercing. Just keep talking louder. Oh god. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I mean, so the whole goal with this system now is all of the data that we're collecting for the passives, when we're creating this inventory system, we want to show the stats that the character has. So we're just going to be taking all of that data and displaying it for the player. And one of the things, I'm actually going to go to a different map to show this part of it. Lower 5 to 10% max if you're conscious of it. I gotcha. Yeah, I think I lowered it just a little bit. I think it's in test area. So, please don't crash my game. Okay, cool. So when you have like your classes here, right? One of the things I want to do is, well, first off, don't mind like how small all this shit is. There's like modifiers at the bottom here that shows like the damage of the ability itself. In here, I'm actually going to put a list of the current passive effects, so you can actually see like the calculations of how your damage is getting to the point that it's currently at. So it gives you like a really good understanding of, okay, my auto attack does X amount, my Q ability does this amount, etc., etc. I played New World, you know, like the meme MMO that came out like a couple years ago. Like I clocked in like 400 hours on that bitch. And the one thing that was always annoying was whenever you were doing a build, it never showed the like crit chance that your character had. It never showed like what the attributes were really affecting. You had like your health bar and like a couple other like things that you could see, but you didn't really know what the internal numbers were. You could calculate it all technically, but like it's just such a quality of life feature to be able to know like what each thing actually is without having to pull out a fucking calculator to do it. So that was something that really irritated me. Kind of going on a little tangent. Also, health bars need to get fixed. I've actually been looking at this for a while now. But I'm gonna work on that when I do the AI implementation, or what I should say is like update it, because right now there is AI and it is working. I just need to make more of them. Man, there's so many cool things that I want to do, and I'm just trying to see which one would make the best sense to work on right now. And I think it's literally just, I hate to say it, but I think it's just bug testing and correcting problems in the, like, visual problems in the skill trees. I'm kind of sick of the skill trees, though. I've been working on them for weeks, and I had to make so many of them. Oh no, I'm using 480. Lord knows when you see Space Wars open up, you're damn right I'm playing Space Wars, but it's my version of Space Wars. Eventually I will get an ID for it, but I think it's cool having the Space Wars name on my game. I'm also cheap, so I will fork out the money eventually. I wonder how many hours. Oh yeah, it is pretty annoying. Like having to... Oh man. You have to have like a unique ID, and then you also have to have like a unique game mode name and everything too. And if somebody else has like the similar ID for the session, like you're just going to try to connect to their game, and it's going to list your fucking log with errors saying like invalid session. So yeah, that part is pretty annoying. But I worked with what I got for now. So I think once we get this skill tree problem, I guess not big of like a huge problem, but once we get this all like straightened out, I'm going to be making a pretty big change to combat. Right now there's not really like a lot of counterplay to abilities, which is a very bad thing. And I can demonstrate right here on what I mean by that. Just let me know if this is like super loud or anything. But when you cast like abilities in this, they're like pretty much like instant. Besides like projectiles, right? Projectiles travel, like you see their collision box right here. Goes back and forth, whatever, right? There are some abilities that just instantly spawn the collision box there. That is bad. There's actually a bunch of abilities that do that. So what I am thinking of doing is changing combat so it follows something called a handshake rule, where it's like everything will have something that can counter it. RTS games usually have this strategy implemented, and I think it would work pretty good in this game. The handshake rule that I'm probably going to apply to this game is going to be like every ability is considered a projectile. So when I launch like this hurricane ability, for instance, my character is going to shoot a projectile to the ground so players can have a half second to a second reaction time to use maybe a defensive ability or try to get out of the way of it, jump, whatever. There just needs to be some delay or some type of reaction time that can be given to somebody else to do something. And just adding that small thing to combat will not only allow for more reaction time and counterplay, it'll allow for setup time. So if you have like an ability that like roots somebody to the ground for like a second, if that projectile for the root takes a second to land or like a half a second to land, right? You could do like a setup of like two abilities and time them together so they kind of, you know, hit at the instance. So I think with the amount of research I did and kind of like testing with it, I think it might be a really good avenue to go down. Because something definitely needs to change, at least for the one class that has a majority of these, you know, place on ground, do damage. Because, like, yeah, it's pretty busted. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But I don't think I want to work on that until I get the skill tree done. Your current main game is Overwatch? Bro, I played the shit out of like the Overwatch 1. Now, when you say Overwatch, are you referring to Overwatch 2? I actually don't know if like Overwatch and Overwatch 2 are separated. Okay, both? Yeah, I was a Roadhog main, yes. You can laugh, that's fine. I had a 72% hook accuracy though, so I was fucking hooking bitches. And I wasn't missing, most of the time. But I think I only played for maybe like 2 years, if that. Bro, I know. I saw that. I mean, to be fair, very frustrating game mechanic. Very frustrating. Hook, shotgun, dead. That's not fun. At least like giving a little bit of time to live after the war, you know, after the fact. That's good. Very annoying for me as a Roadhog main. So I was not happy, but I was very understanding as to why they made a change like that. Back when Overwatch beta was a thing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because everybody else I talked to says it was. Back when like Overwatch beta was a thing, I believe in the lobby you could do voice comms with the opposing team. I may be wrong about that, but I distinctly remember people talking shit about Roadhog when I was playing him. Maybe it was my own team saying it, but I think it was the opposing team after I killed them. That was a great time. Dude, flanker pig was my style. Yeah, I don't like the whole tank thing that they changed him to. He was kind of like an off tank. Like he was a DPS like hybrid tank. Very hard to kill, did a lot of damage, and would set up really great pushes because of his ability to pick off, you know, squishy targets, like hook them in, bring them out, set the field to your advantage. But yeah, he's not, I can't imagine he'd be a very good tank because he doesn't really have like a lot of shielding, which when I played was like the main thing. Like tanks that had shields were just like way superior. Gotta create some passives. Current meta is more like dive and rush. Fuck. See, like, if it's like dive and rush, then I'm probably playing like, no, Soldier 76 wouldn't be good in that kind of meta. And I can't hit shit when I play, Genji. It feels like my fucking shurikens, or whatever you want to call them, it's like I'm throwing wet paper towels at people. But it's probably because I'm like missing all my shots. I'm looking in the wrong spot. I'm just gonna do this. These will be erased. I'm just creating more of these. Because I need to make like a more fleshed out tree. And I need passives to do that. Because they're all based off gameplay tags. So we're going to create like another couple rows, and we have to test passive tree tethering, which is like when you rank up a certain ability, you can only rank the one above it if you have the one below it completely filled up with the required rank. Kind of like, not pointers, not that, this. Skill tethering. I've been like super back and forth on how wide I want these to be. I think 3 wide might be the best. Let me grab this. I'm just gonna make a copy of this real quick, just to test out what 4 wide would look like. doesn't look great. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with 3 wide. So right here, I should really change the naming convention from skill tree depth to row. It would make a lot more sense. That's for sure. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try creating 3, or have the first row only be 1, the second row be 3 of them, and then the third row have 2. And I just want to see how it populates it, so I can correct any margin padding and justification for the widgets themselves. Okay. Gonna head out? Hey, see you, man. Have a great night, and good luck with everything. I'm excited for your game. It looks fucking dope. I might have to put ghost widgets in here. Or I may have to create, like, spacers that are 64 wide. Let's see. Probably gonna have to make spacers. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm pretty hungry. Probably gonna make dinner, and then I probably will stream again in about like maybe like an hour and a half. Excuse me. I know I've been saying that and not coming back. I would say sorry, but stuff happens. But tonight I should be able to get back, because I really want to get the rest of this done. So with that being said, I'm probably going to call it for now. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I hope y'all have a wonderful night if I don't see you again. And yeah, I'll be back in probably about an hour, hour 30. Take care, guys.